My country people, na good afternoon. Oh. Time don't reach again for our popular program, People Square. And today, now one ogbonge topic now we want to discuss. And the topic now about road safety. Road safety now waiting federal government and state government who they state they play at all. Even like for Delta here, the Delta state government, they get their own when they call DESMA, Delta State Traffic Management Authority. Even for Lagos, they get their own LASMA. For federal government, their own are Federal Road Safety Corps. You see, because no government when you go use road safety take play. So now we can decide, say today we must talk about this topic. Make we know what road safety be. Make we know how they manage them. And make we know how the people for our country, they contribute to road safety or lack of it. Now we can say we go invite one ogbonge man come here today, make he come help us talk about this matter. Now he be the Federal Road Safety Sector Commander. Oga for Delta State. His name na Patrick Chukwuemeka Okoyeocha. So now we can invite and say make talk about this matter. Okoyeocha, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
Not only him there, we still get the SSA to the Governor on Communication and Orientation. Prince Obaro Unuafe, he will also contribute to this topic. Prince Obaro, you are welcome.
I agree the house and our people of Delta State and beyond. Now, good afternoon. I know say today, as we listen, we're going to save more lives from accident when not necessary.
And this matter, not only we for station here, go discuss about Amo. All of us for public, everywhere where you dey, make una phone, make una contribute to this matter. And you now feel reach us for this number 091-388-25945. Make I repeat them. 091-388-25945. So that make all of una call, make all of us discuss this matter, make all of us know wetin this topic be. I go first of all fire one to the Federal Road Safety Sector Commander. And the thing be say, we dey hear say, or we dey see regular call for road, we dey see special marshal for road. It good make we know wetin be the difference between the two.
The special marshals are the volunteers of proven integrity. Any one of us out there that has interest and has passion to see that the issue of road safety is tackled can be a member. And that membership now by application. However, whoever wants to join as a special marshal must be somebody that has a vehicle, that has a driver's license, and that has interest to see how we can reduce carnage on our roads. The difference between them is that they are not paid, they are volunteers, as you can volunteer to help in the work. Because as we all know, road safety, now everybody business it be. The people where they wear clothes like me are the ones that are called regular marshals. We are being paid. The special marshals and the regular marshals do equally the same work. And that is why when you pass, you see the regular marshals and the special marshals controlling traffic where there is need. So road safety and the special marshal are the same people.
Okay, thank you so much, Sector Commander. Sector Commander, you know, say now hot seat you do, Prince Obaro, day by your right. Which question you get for our
the questions? There are plenty, because I know people don't they call already, and I must appreciate the Sector Commander. He just do something today when it shocked me. We don't get guests here every week since the inception of this People Square. Most of our guests, not be say they cost them or they castigate them. Some of them they always they call late. But I was shocked today to tell you, say in me business, it come before the time. Sector Commander, we must appreciate you.
We thank you.
We want to thank you because this culture when you bring on data, so it will make you succeed. The first question when I go ask, we go the year that the drive go Agbo. They go Owalero. We begin here, the commission school, they do this, they do that. All this one that they commission, all these schools so. Is it meant for the common man and been at only to train the regular marshal? We want to know because many people they ask questions, they make the right application when they create and upgrade the university for Delta State 3 University at the same time, Agbo, Uzoro, and Anwine. People begin say, they want write jambo. This one a true jam. I've been at government, they recommend people. I've been at your commission office. They go to recommend people go to the place. Now for the common man, I've been for only people wearing the uniform.
My people, I want to take this opportunity to thank the Delta State Governor, His Excellency Dr. Ifeanyi Ato Okoyeocha, that made this possible to bring it home. What happened is the fact that the school is not meant for every other person. The school is meant to train the regulars as a development and career upgrade. So any one of them that have need to be promoted, they go there for their promotion exercise. However, again, the school is equally open to take care of other training needs that will affect the populace, like the drivers training can be done in the school. So an open place to do things that will affect the safety of the road.
Thank you very much. Oh. You get one matter when we don't cook for here before. My second question. We don't cook this matter here. That day, na riot. Traffic jam for phone calls. Now, when they talk of safety, if you go to FMC, even the newly commissioned specialist hospital, General Hospital for Asaba here, go to Okoyeocha, and most of the private hospital, either they recommend people go and they cut their legs, or cut their hands, or they get POP for neck, or get POP for shoulder. Most of the accident caused and created by this one we they call keke napep. Their behavior for road, that time when you reach Okpana road or you do go anywhere, about 6 feet the whole road, they'll cover everywhere. And so they go run into trailer. They tell them, say, no, they carry passenger when you go there for espresso, they go say, oh, but breeze can carry them from road, but you see them carrying load. So go carry building materials. So go carry gari. So go carry firewood. So go carry rocks. Thereby killing people every day. Now we want to know whether they give the license from road safety. If they give the license, they know they qualify first. Because at the same mentality of Okada rider when we ban for Delta State here, now they carry. Are they really qualified to operate? Or make we recommend give government, say make government get restricted villages, community where they go to operate, make they stop killing our people. Because hospital don't over full. Sector commander, we want to know. These people are part of the community of transport. The
Keke Napep are victims, let me say, they came up because of challenges we are having in the road transport. When you look around, you notice that most places the Okada have been banned and Kekes have been recommended. So you now see a migration from people riding Okada to those operating Keke. And I must agree with you that their practice is not different, but the core is not unmindful of the issues coming up from their activities, which has led to avoidable deaths. And the core is equally making up programs, initiative programs to see how the Keke operation can be coordinated. Because most of them, the way and manner they drive, they throw caution to the wind. They don't even believe they're on the road. They do a whole lot of things that negate the very essence of transportation. So we are making an effort to see how we can coordinate them. However, anybody riding Keke must have a license. It is called a Class A driver's license, just like somebody riding a machine, motorcycle. So they must have a license. And presently, there is a crackdown on most of them because they feel it's an all-commerce thing. Anybody can come up and begin to ride Keke, causing hazard every here and there. So I think there's a clampdown, even with the collaboration of a DESMA, to see how those that don't have license will go and get license. And we are looking at how we can now coordinate them and begin to give them advocacy more training on how to operate on the highway. Most of them are meant not to operate on the major highway, but you see them filter onto the highway, causing embarrassment to road users and at times avoidable deaths. However, the road safety presently, we are doing what they call Operation Show Your License, and most of them are victims. Because we are trying to see how we can sanitize their activities in Delta State and beyond.
Okay, thank you so much, Sector Commander. I still get one question for you, because when we grow up, we learn about road safety science and regulation. Even for primary school, even get textbooks. Even for primary school, we get book where they will teach us zebra crossing, how to cross and things like. So, see the civic, yes. So even as children, they grow up, they learn about road safety. Even that time, I remember one song when they sing that time. They say, "Don't drink when you are driving. You need to be alert." All those kind of things. We can't grow up with road consciousness of road safety. Those things they're still there.
My people, they're still there. What happens is that people have abandoned the very essence of how to live a good life in pursuit for monetary gains. However, we have what we call highway code. And it is a must that every applicant of a driver license, even non-applicants, must have one. Because it guides you on how to drive safely on the road. But what happened, like I said, our people have thrown caution to the wind. We are in a hurry. So much in a hurry, that what we have now is carnages everywhere. So those things are still there. Even the corps are making effort to ensure that there are these advocates that trickle down right into the school, right into the churches, right into the markets too, and right into where you have the motor parks. So all those things are still there.
Okay, thank you so much, Sector Commander. It be like some our people, they don't want to talk to us. So make I call the number again. If you now want to reach us on this program, People Square, make una call this number 091-388-25945. Make I repeat them. 091-388-25945. Make una reach us so that make all of us make we discuss about this topic and make we listen to this caller. Hello. I think we don't lose that one. Prince Obaru, oh yeah.
Safety for road, now everybody business. Just the way security right now, now everybody business.
Prince Obaru, just hold on, make we see whether we will get up. Hello.
Traffic.
Not traffic.
Oga Sector Commander, before you come, many problems for Grado. Plenty where. And I know, being said Delta State, as you come here, our population is about almost 5 million. And most of the areas you have here, na riverine area, where they use flyboats, or they use okadas, or they use many things. We won't know, because for you to succeed, you need cooperation. Cooperation from government, cooperation from politicians.
Wait, the number don't come again.
Hello,
your name and where you they call from?
My name is Frank Ukafo. I'm calling from Delta State here.
Okay, Frank Ukafo. Okay, fire.
Delta from where? Delta.
From where for Delta?
Let me just. We're here. I say here in Asaba here. Akwa area.
Okay. Go on.
What I want to contribute, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know there's no all these our road like Akwa area. There's no the road is not tight. They cannot operate. That is why all of them are going to the major road. But if the commander said that they are going to caution them or whatsoever, they should caution them because the way they are driving and the rate of the accident is getting much. Please, I should do something about it. That is my contribution.
Okay, thank you so much.
Road cannot be safe when they are bad.
Yes.
But I must tell you, our guy go talk. They asked one question before. The governor inherited a big state, 25 local governments, and over 65% nicer water than they. And Delta State again have, not just one state capital. If I they talk politically, not be just only one major town. It's multi. You have Warri, you have Sapele, you have Ugeli, you have Agbo, you have Asaba, you have even Kwale. So to be able to cover all, our governor they try. I must commend him for that. And it's one of the things we will thank him for tomorrow as he celebrates his birthday. Yes. He did try. He's a man with lion heart. He's a stallion among many people.
Make we listen to this caller. Hello.
Good afternoon, gentlemen in the studio.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you call from?
Commander.
Sorry?
Yes, you are hearing the voice of Obemudia. I'm calling right here in Asaba.
Okay.
Obemudia, you are welcome.
So I have to go to the sector commander.
Okay.
Number one, about the issue of Keke flying on the express road. We know that it has been banned that Keke should not walk on the express again. But there are those that live across Koka on the other side. Some of them live in Iguzu and Agwashi. And they will have to come down to Asaba here to work in the morning and go back in the evening. And so, for that, they were asked not to carry passengers on the express. They are allowed to, pass through the express and cross to the inside town and walk and go back. But the most time, when your men see them on the express, even without passenger, they will go after them. And then even when you show them your license and everything, they will tell you that you are asked not to fly on the express. So in this case, what will be the fate of those who are living in Iguzo and Ogwasi area since they work here because they don't do Keke work in Iguzo? Is there anything you can do about that so that when it happens again, people can reach out to you through the number you will leave for us? Number two, your men on the road, their activities. Immediately after Hair Bridge, you will see them there. Then after the Junction, you will see them there. Then by your office there, around the Dakoka area, you will see them there before the entrance of your office. And then you see as they are there, we have totally monitored their activities. They collect money from those people that carry big load. In fact, as a matter of fact, some of the drivers will have to park like maybe 50 meters away from them, come down, go and meet them, and pay their tolls. Then they now come and drive and pass. And by after paying all this whole thing, they will push it in to their passenger, the one that owns the load they carry. And those people too will take it to their customer. That is the hyperinflation we are talking about. So is there anything you are going to do about these things? Can you leave any line for us so that whenever we are seeing things like this, we can bring your attention to it, sir? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that wonderful question and observation. First and foremost, let me give you my numbers so that you can reach me whenever we have issues. Because from your observations and questions, there are issues at hand. We know that we have a lot of issues to tackle. However, my numbers are 080 77 690 502. I call again 080 77 690 502. This is my official number. Anytime you call me, the phone is always with me. I'll pick the phone and I will address your issue. However, let me start from the last question you posed, where you say that when you go to Head Bridge, as you come down to Koka, as you drive around, our men are always there. I want to assure you that our men, the presence of our men must be felt. If not, because we notice from experience that what people do, when they see road safety on the road, you see them begin to comport themselves very well. But the moment they cease to see them, they will now throw caution to the wind. So I want to say that the presence of our men all these places is key and it is strategic. However, just this morning at the Head Bridge, I was delayed in coming to work because I got a report. It started from yesterday. These things happen every now and then. There is this gate lock at the Head Bridge that I had to go there, supervise it. My head operation was there. All our men were on ground as I'm talking to you. I had to leave for this program. If not, I would have been there by now. So in our father that having our men on the road is equally a blessing. However, I must agree with you. There are some excesses from our men which we are working to tackle. However, the operative are on ground, and what they do is to find out a graphic picture of the act. Because when you are caught in the act, it's better than when you are making assumptions and what have you. I must give you the assurance that whenever anybody is found collecting money from a motorist or found engaging in any corrupt practices, that person will not left off the hook. And I will make sure my coming is equally part of the mandate. There are a lot of issues, bothering not only on our men, on our relationship with other agencies. These are why we are here. So I want to thank you for that question. For the issue of KK, it's good that I get to know that there is this arrangement whereby most of them will move their KK from one point without conveying passengers. I understand that vividly because they cannot carry their KK on the head to cross over to where they have to operate. I want to believe that our men are not aware of this arrangement. So now that I'm aware, I'm going to pass that information to them to allow them to pass without conveying passengers so that we can have, because the essence of having the KK is to ensure that people move from one point to the other. It's unfortunate that our activities don't go beyond the highway. If not, we would have equally come into the major streets and see how these issues can be addressed. But so far, so good. Thank you.
My country people, we don't come back on this our special program where they call People Square. In case we just they enter, now just they tune into this station, the matter where we they discuss is now road safety. How we go make the road good for everybody, to reduce accident, to reduce blood, to reduce many things when they happen for the road. And this time, like I tell you now, make it good make una see ask us questions from outside though, so that make all of us participate for this program. So Prince Obaro, we don't come back.
Once again, our sector commander, we can see the zeal, the interest, the passion when you get for Nigeria, especially Delta State. We are very impressed. This will not be the first time when we meet with you. We see the way you talk the matter, the day your blood. But we won't ask as human beings, we will not be God. Since you take over, we know say there will be problems here and there. No society dey free without problems. What will be those difficulties? As you inherit the structure here, what will be the difficulties when you know people should hear organizations, civil society organizations, government, and then public spirited individual? What are the challenges when we go tell you inherit when you see the face? When only one man no go be solved? That be my question.
My people, thank you so much again. We are back. Major challenge I met on ground, which is not different from what is obtainable elsewhere. I want to look at it as a Nigerian problem, but it's more predominant here. Is what we call route violation. You know, a situation whereby somebody will leave a particular route that is decided to move and now face oncoming traffic. That is always a reason why you know that vehicles collide. You need to wonder how did this happen. Then learning discipline. One is moving from one point to the other, shunting, trying to wriggle his way out. That is as a result of impatience too. Or that is predominant here. Then reckless driving, because in the recent time we've been called to go for rescue, and at the end of the day what we were able to find out is because people are driving recklessly. However, again, there's a major issue around the head bridge, which we are trying to combat. Before, it used to be seasonal. January, maybe December, maybe in the Easter or the Christmas or any other public holidays. But it's like, from what we notice, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday are always a peak period around the head bridge. And you know that a lot of us have businesses to do across the Niger or coming from the Niger. And what we notice there is the fact that people are just impatient. We know that, yes, when you have a high volume of vehicle moving at a point, they are going to move at a slow pace. And you might have one obstruction on the way. But with patience, we can go home safely without any issue. So my appeal is this. Let us avoid all this. And you notice that we are going to arrive in good time wherever we go. And we are going to avoid a lot of issues that we have concerning road traffic crashes.
Let me quickly, before they call, we see other agencies of government. They know they operate alone. We did notice that in terms of logistics, vehicles, signposts. For example, I think somebody asked about your men on ground in various places. From here to Ugeli, they are there. But we did notice that before we did reach them, signposts not there. Could this be a challenge? Then vehicles too. It's not easy. Like that bush, if you pass this Olegu, you go see your men for that bank on a bad road, only one vehicle. Assuming that vehicle got the chase person when it break through, which other vehicle go there in case of emergency? Which are the areas where government go feel? Because we dey see every year, government dey donate vehicles to police. They dey donate to Red Cross. They dey donate to civil defense. They dey donate to, and they make requests at all so that we go to see every corner. Make we dey see vehicles. That even if there is emergency of maybe accident, may road safety vehicle dey everywhere. Is there anywhere, all those areas, the challenges, you dey experience them, and the federal government say make una no dey ask.
My country people, thank you so much for this question. The fact remains that the Delta State government has done much for the core. I must commend the governor, but there is still more ground that needs to be covered too. In the area of obstruction, we are having challenges. So I think this forum is an opportunity for public spirited individuals to see how they can assist the core. Because the core is equally passing through some tight phase of their life now. It is not only an issue of the federal government. I think the state can come in here. Other stakeholders, key stakeholders can come in here. Because at the end of the day, why I'm saying this is the fact that road safety business is business for everybody. We're not looking at who you are before we rescue you. We're not looking at where the incident happened before we go for rescue. So it's a business that everybody will come together and see how road safety can be assisted. In the state right now, I have about 8 commands that I cover. Like you mentioned, you have Kwale, you have Ogeli, you have Sapele, you have Umutu, you have Ororepe, you have Wari, you have Abo, and you have Iseluku. And we have men there. The idea is to see that we are visible everywhere, but we can't be visible when we have death of operational vehicles. So, much as I thank the government for the much he has done, I want to appeal to the government to see how he can also do more and for other public spirited individuals. So thank you so much for that question.
Yes. Make we take this call.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you dey call from?
Yeah, I call back again.
Okay.
The Inspector Commander in the city, I must commend you. You are a good man for releasing your number and addressing the issues the way they are. Yeah, the last question I want to make is this. I remember in the early 90s when I was in Oyo State, but not to be precise, I do work for your people. I know them. They have their vehicle. They also have this power bike that they use in case maybe one of the driver tried to escape. Power bike can outrun the driver and bring him down. These days, I no longer see the power bike on the road. And what is common now is that when your men are standing on the road trying to flag a vehicle that maybe the driver tried to escape, then your vehicle will just come out to double cross on the road. And in some cases, some stubborn drivers have also closed their eye to hit your vehicle. Is this part of your the rules of engagement? Huh? I want you to address that issue because we call you road safety, not road disaster. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for that question and observation that in the past you used to see power bikes go after vehicles. But recent practices worldwide has shown that it is not the best to begin to go after vehicles in hot pursuit because experience has shown that it has led to a lot of accidents that would have been avoided. However, we still have such bikes, but they are not engaged in pursuit of a vehicle that overspeed. We have what we call radar gun. Radar gun, and it's an instrument that is meant to measure the speed at which a vehicle is traveling. We are looking at how we can improve on technology so that we can use more of technology than those outdated means of operation, And coming to the issue of our vehicles coming to maybe use our vehicle to stop a vehicle, that practice is totally wrong. Please, like I said, wherever we find men doing that, make bold to call my number or visit my office, and it will be addressed. Such people that engage in such attitude or such practice will be punished severely. Thank you so much.
Inspector Commander, thank you for this last point when you talk. So because it did my mind before, but thank you, so you don't address them. But I want to ask one question. Now, traffic offenders from what we hear, they get some specified fines when they pay. If they violate traffic rules, they go come book them. They'll book them. Now, as a sector commander, you consider these fines to be enough deterrent deterrent means say it is enough to prevent those people from committing the offense again. Because for a long time, we never hear say they charge traffic offenders to court. Say they try to go court. If they say somebody don't go court, they go say, so the thing don't reach so. But if that's so to pay 2,000, it not be 2,000. You just pay and go and so now be the thing when I say make I ask you. Okay,
on the issue of whether it's enough to deter offenders from committing traffic infractions, I may not be able to say it is enough or it's not enough. But the point remains that we've been doing constant review of the fines offenders pay. And like you rightly pointed out, the idea behind that is to deter them from committing such offenses. So we've been doing review of that. There are offenses that you commit report to 50,000 as the case may be. But however, let me correct what you said that you've not seen in the recent time. We do have what we call mobile courts. In such mobile courts, people are convicted for traffic offenses. However, there are offenses that you will commit not only when we are having mobile court, but when you attempt to corrupt a marshal on duty.
Yes.
It's an offense that we can take you to court for that. In fact, there is no fine attached to such offenses. Are we together? And when we equally have an offense bordering on overloading, on dangerous driving, on reckless driving that will lead to loss of life, that such offenses are offenses that we take to court. It's not every offense that is that we take to court as the case may be. And I want to, at this point, state that the court has zero tolerance for corruption. And there is this what we call National Road Safety Strategy. The vision behind National Road Safety Strategy is to ensure that whenever we have crash, that crash does not lead to death. Yes. We equally have the states keen onto that. We have rules every stakeholder should play. Like I said, it's everybody's business.
Make we listen to this call first. Hello.
Good afternoon, gentlemen in the studio.
Yes, your name and where you they call from?
You are speaking with Okoyeocha. I'm calling from Asaba.
Okay.
I want to commend the sector commander for what he has said so far concerning the tricycle operators coming from Okoyeocha area.
Okay.
Because their men have been a threat to some of us because I happen to be one of the riders. Now, coming to the one of Desma, I don't think that those people are trained. You know, I think they are in different sections. There are people that monitor those that beat the traffic, and there are people that will be stationed at a particular junction in order to clear traffic. For instance, at Governor Street Junction, there are men that are there. Those people are causing heavy problem.
Which people now? Desma people?
Desma, yes.
Okay.
They will see upcoming vehicle that should be going on its way. They will just flag the person down in the name of 100 naira. If you doubt what I'm telling you right now, the two men are there now. Elderly men that should have retired from the service. Old men, for that matter. They will be there when they saw flashy cars, especially women. They will flag them down and then begin to interrogate them. The next moment, they will just collect money from the people. You know? So, and coming back to road safety, this thing that the sector commander was talking about concerning the bribery of the thing on the road, it's easy to avoid now, since because he has spoken well. I see that with him, we can get things right. At that toll gate in Onitsha, I happened to be an eyewitness there. In fact, they wanted to employ my father when he was working there, so that I could collect money for them. So later on, because the money they were to give him was not enough, he left something, and they gave it to one young boy that says gas there. The person will just be at the road there, and then when they are coming, they will give the person money. As he signals them, they will pass them. They are not there to checkmate the overloading. They are not there to checkmate their driver's license. They are just there to collect those money. There are 6 prizes for truck. There are 6 prizes for buses. These are things that I've experienced. So with
okay. You don't make your point. Make the sector commander make a react to what you talk. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay, on the issue of Desma boys collecting money, I want to look at it as an experience between you and them, you know, but I think is an eye-opener to the fact that we are going to have more engagements on that. However, I want to remind us the fact that road safety is a lead agency in road traffic management and administration. So on that, we are going to look at it and see how we can bring the activities of these state agencies to be at par with what is desirable. Thank you.
I think... okay.
No.
Okay, I've been want to ask question. Well, they say that because of play they buy monkey. When you buy the monkey, not before soup. The road safety was set up in those days under the military. People like Woleso Yinka, intellectuals, many can't enter because they saw that they had to save lives. That's why even some of us, we say no, we must be special marshals because voluntarily we can save lives. Now, since you come, we not say you hearing some things. If we follow statistics, that's mathematics now. As of today, we go fit talk say we fit get data. Whether death rates they come down, whether people when they die for keke, okada, and moto, whether they go up. Is there any way you can guide us for data set especially so that we can score in our scoreboard? The data set to accident rate to it doesn't come down, or if they go up, what can we do? Now you go guide us for this area.
No, before sector commander go answer the question, make we listen to this caller. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where did they call from?
This is Mr. Franco Cabo. I think I come back.
Okay.
The respect of the signs, the road signs.
Yes.
All our U-turn. Let me start from Bridge down to airport.
Yes.
All our U-turn, no signs of U-turn.
Yes.
So these are the cause of these accidents. Please, I want to use this opportunity to beg the commander. I don't know if it's federal that is in charge of these road signs and all that, or state. They should do something about all our U-turn signs. So when the driver is coming, he will see the sign that this place is a U-turn, or this place is whatsoever, or whatsoever junction. Please, they should do something about that signs, road signs also.
All right. Thank you so much. We are sector commander.
Thank you so much for that observation. I think we are going to pass it down to appropriate authority that is in charge of erecting a signs on the road. However, I want to fully assure you that the fact that you have signs is not enough. At times we have public destructions of most of these signs by vehicle owners, and they don't seem to, maybe they are lucky that nobody is there to apprehend them. So another thing is for us to have this attitude to public property, where we know that this public property should be maintained. It mustn't be private before we maintain it. However, like I said, we are going to note all these areas that needs to be have these signs, and it will be erected. Thank you.
The statistics matter.
Okay, yes, you asked one question about statistics, whether the thing don't they go down, whether it didn't go up.
Especially for this our space where they call data space.
On this question, I want to remind the listeners that I took over office, I think in May, early part of May, and the first task we have always is how to see that we reduce accidents on the highway. That is the major focus of our activity, because if our activities is not directed at reducing crashes, then I don't think we have business being on the road. So I want to assure you and to let us know that the rate has reduced from what it used to be. Just 2 weeks back, we had a strategy session where we did a post-mortem of our activities over the months. We did quarterly. So for this quarter, in fact, it dropped drastically from what it was in May than what is now in June. And I believe that going forward, those measures we put in place to address this, we are going to sustain it. However, we need a buy-in. We need people to key in. When we say don't overspeed, don't overload, and don't do all sorts of things that will lead to crashes, once that is obeyed, we are going to have a reduction in road traffic crashes.
Very quickly, make an office, our guy here. Yeah, we get many agencies when government creates. We got confused. At a point, police were forced to publish just the way you give out your number just now. We go there for road they travel, police go say that they go share particulars. You go work out, you go see black and white, VIO, they say that their duty. Then small time again, you go reach civil defense, all of them, Papa, now to the assist to the check particulars. Then small time again, we will snatch road safety. we want to know because we expect there should be a synergy. Everybody working together. These particulars. Which person duty self? I've been a hand, carry give hand. Because now we know, as of today saying road safety tonight they issue numbers, and even if you want to renew particulars, now the office will they call for Miriam Babangida way to renew particulars. Which person duty?
That's to renew driver's license.
Driver's license.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that question. But I wouldn't want to join issues based on that observation or question that you raised. The issue of who is authorized to check papers. The police have a constitutional duty to do that depending on what they are looking out for. We are there to save lives and properties on the highway, based on how you drive. The police are equally there to do what we call crime detection. So I think it depends on the purpose of which the checking of the papers is meant to address. However, again, I want to tell the public that when we ask you for your driver's license or for your vehicle papers, it's not what we call a primary violation. There are primary violations and there are secondary violations. It is only when you have a primary violation that road safety will ask you for your driver's license or for your vehicle papers. The idea behind that is to use that to give you a ticket for your offense. However, if you don't have that, that becomes another offense. But peradventure, road safety just stop you and begin to ask for your vehicle papers. That instance is wrong. Unless we are doing currently, like what we are doing now, Operation Show Your Driver License. Outside that, the checking of driver license is not a primary offense.
You are a great man.
Okay, you get one question now. I don't know whether you address them just now because I know capture and well. That is like if they can't catch you for federal road safety. They can't book you. They can't take your driver's license, seize them, say until you go pay, you no go come collect your driver's license, and maybe you come the waka, then they can't check again, say where your driver's license, and you can't say day. How we go take reconcile all these things?
The point is that when you are arrested and the driver license is confiscated, you are meant to go and pay the fine and come and pick your driver license. Like I said, why we collect your driver license is to act as okay and surety that you are going to come and redeem that fine, that you are supposed to pay, So, but if you go about and you are arrested again, it depends because when we give you a ticket, you can show a copy of the ticket. As long as it does not elapse, the time that you are supposed to do that does not elapse. You can't have a ticket for over a month and say that road safety give you paper, so you can still be arrested again, So what I ask people to do, once you are arrested, however, these days, you find out that if you are arrested, your vehicle can be impounded. And as long as your vehicle is in our custody, I want to believe you that you must go and pay and pick your vehicle.
Well, Sector Commander, during the crisis of NSAT, it was unfortunate that waiting we suffer build, some hoodlums go burn and down. Now that will go form my question here as we round up as our governor they do birthday tomorrow. You have been here since May. If they say make you give assessment of Delta State, in terms of obeying rules, in terms of peace, in terms of environment, in terms of the people, human beings, men and women, they give you barrow, how you go to assess Delta State?
I can even assess, I've been able to assess Delta State before I came to Delta State. That is just the truth. Delta State has been very peaceful, and the governor has been a transformational governor. What he's doing is out there for everybody to see. He's a great man, I must confess, and I only ask God to grant him that good head and strength to continue in the direction he has taken. He's quite a great man, and he has been very cooperative and has been collaborating with the corps in so many ways. I want to believe that the governor, I think he made a play to see what he can do, and I know that he will do that. So we are not burdening the governor over that, because I know he has been there for us and will continue to be there for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Today is a happy day for me because what we don't hear today, so it don't enlighten my mind where. I'd like to thank the Federal Road Safety Commander, Patrick Chukwuemeka Okoyeocha, For all the things when he don't talk for here, our eyes don't open well. Sector Commander, we thank you well.
Thank you so much.
I also want to thank Prince Obaro for the things, Obaro Nuafe for the things when he contribute to this program, the things they open our eyes well. Then all the people when they call us for here, Frank,
thank you,
Frank from Asaba, Bemudia from Asaba, Pedro, Okudilichuku from Asaba, and other people, we thank you now for all the things when they contribute. Wanka Olokpa, our producer, today for the help when they don't help us. Now me, Fred Akbewe, I be the anchor person for this program. Now well done, no.
And our country not good, every day for 3 days for all night. One man wait, my grandma, them go show him face for camp fight.